Hello, guys. Welcome back. All right. So first off, yesterday's winner, that is the moon pendant. That winner is Latricia McCormick. So Latricia, if you have a moment, please do reach out to me. Let me know where in the world you'd like me to mail your prize to, my dear. You'll find my email right there in the description box. Okay. Also, just FYI, I have a couple people who have not claimed their prizes yet. I think I currently have 2 or 3. Any prizes that are not claimed by the end of this month, I'll be going live on the end of this month, and I will be giving them away in that live session. So just FYI, when I give out prizes, I want to make sure that they go to somebody, because that's the whole purpose of this. So anyway, now for the prize today, if you would like to enter to win, well, I guess first I should show you. It'll come in a cutesy little box. Little sparkly, little gemmy. And hold on, let me make sure this is not tangled up. It is a necklace. Sorry, my doggy's chit-chatting with us. It is a necklace that looks like an eyeball, right? Kind of like the Eye of Horus here, with the little dangling crystal. But the thing about this is it's not just a little necklace. Let's see if I can put it there to make it, no, that made it less visible. It's not just a little necklace. If you hold it up to light and let it projects I love you in 100 different languages. Now, all right, I held it up. I didn't see 100. And really, it's pretty hard to read. Yes, there is writing for sure, but whoever wins it, check it yourself and see. I don't see 100 in there, but that's just maybe my vision. So kind of cool though, because it does project it across like a dark room. So if you want to enter to win, you can just write the word I. And then because if you prefer to have more fun with your entry, because it is a necklace that says I love you, go ahead and write down what is something that you love. That's an important set of words to use. So what is something that you love? Person, place, thing, inanimate object, whatever you wish. I just think it's always fun to put our minds in like happy spaces. So that's a good question to ask. For me, what do I love? God, I love so many things, so many people. I would have to say something off the wall. I like the sun. I do. I love seeing the sun. That makes me very, very happy. So yes, I love you, sun. All right, let's get into this story, shall we? So, oh, and by the way, if you are entering to win, awesome. I will tell you who the winner is tomorrow. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is how I thank my subscribers every year. I do some giveaways on my channel, and I usually like to do a series where if you watch my bonus videos every single day, that's where I do a giveaway every single day. So just FYI, if you're new here, feel free to enter to win. If you choose to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, you are more than welcome to enter. It's just kind of a fun thing that I like to do because we need more good vibes. So this storyline, I usually start this out with something to do with my doggy. And honestly, he just had a great time playing with a little doggy play date friend that he had yesterday. And it was the happiest I think we've ever seen both of these dogs. So it was just really nice. It's a good vibe all around to start this reading out with. And we have a great teacher. Learn from spiritual experience. Obviously, we have this dove, and there's a message here about peace, but there's also a message of, the old saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, maybe then it's meant to be yours. That's definitely that's a tough lesson. Whew, it's a tough lesson. But it's one that maybe is a super profound message as well. And certainly makes us dig deep into our spiritual side in order to say, all right, I have to wish this person well. I have to release this. I have to allow this to go out of my life with, like the vaya con Dios, the go with God, I send you off with beautiful energy instead of, holding tightly to something that maybe I deeply wanted for myself. That's what I would say. This great teacher, this is someone who's taught someone what it's like to be able to release with, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think that this could be a storyline where someone has let somebody go who maybe didn't treat them very well, but they still release that person with love. This could be a profound, like it's really sinking into somebody that, wow, you still were kind to me, but maybe I wasn't kind to you. You still took a high road. You still released me with the best of intentions. That's a marvelous thing. We have an Ace of Swords in the upright, and we have that 3 of Swords in the reverse. Whomever this person is, cutting ties with something, moving onward. You notice how the handle of the blade here is dragonfly. Dragonflies are all about forward motion. Somebody said the only way I can move forward is if I release myself from the hurt, the betrayal. I can't think about those things anymore. I must take this spiritual experience and say, this is the big message for this spiritual experience for me is let myself be free of the pain that was associated with this experience. I'm not saying that's easy to do. I admire anyone who has the courage to do that. So if this story has any, grain of something that reminds you of something you've been through, let me just say I bow to you, because that is a remarkably sophisticated thing to be able to, let go with love, release ourselves from the hurt as much as we're releasing someone else from pain, particularly if there had been wrongdoing here. That is an absolute, like, incredible and powerful thing. So I admire that a lot. We have the moon. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Tower. But see, here's the rest of the story. So our lead character has found the courage within themselves to release something. Our lead character has done the impossible. They have carried themselves with grace. They have released the person. They have released themselves from the bondage of hurt and pain. And that's where that's all they could do, right? They could only handle, I would say this is probably a deep disappointment. I would say this is probably somebody who felt really wounded by something. And they said, I can't carry this wound. I have to let it go. And I have to let myself let go of this feeling of betrayal. What they don't know, because the moon is here, is that the person that they released, it made an impact in their world, a huge impact. What a perfect, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that we're giving away that that necklace. Sorry, I already put it in this little box, but that's like the perfect vision of the eyeball necklace. Um, and look at, sometimes I don't even realize what my hand reached for. And oh my God, Kate, put it together. I'm the last one to know. It's all very visual, but I'm the last one to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Okay. Maybe there is something significant about eyes then. The third eye in particular, the intuition. This character seems to be going through a major, major upheaval, a major life change. Now, our lead character doesn't know about this. I don't know who our lead character is yet. We haven't named them because I can't yet. We don't have any identifiers necessarily, unless maybe this could be about a masculine. It could be. Let's wait and see. We'll get some more information on our lead character. All we know now is that they had a lot of courage to release themselves and release someone else. They released the pain. But what they don't know is that that person that they released is going through major, major upheaval, and not the little practice run. That Five of Wands in the reverse, this is where it's like somebody has been saying, oh, I don't know, maybe I need to make some changes, but I'm not sure how to do it. I'm delaying, I'm dragging my feet, I'm arguing about why I shouldn't have to make changes. Oh, no. This person was impacted, being let go. And maybe the way in which our lead character let them go with such grace, it opened up their third eye. Maybe it made them become aware of the things that they needed to change in their life. I feel like this person was powerfully and positively inspired, almost like, this is not a story of, oh, this person was filled with regret and that's now what's, compelling them to become a better person. It could be that, but it's more like this person was, I would say, amazed. You notice how these two lone wolves are howling right here at this butterfly within the sacred geometry on the moon card. Piscean energy, Aries energy over here. I'm inclined to say that this character, what our lead character has no idea of, is how deeply this impacted that lead character. It's weird because what I want to say is that this person is, okay, in some respects, they are as graceful and as powerful as our lead character, but somewhere along the way, that piece of themselves got locked up in the tower, got buried under a mile-high pile of crap. Crap was not the word I was about to go with, by the way. I don't swear on my channel, but I do swear in real life. And I want to say something stronger than crap. So maybe this is like, it's just in this storyline, we got to be like real straight shooter with all this, say it like it is, that kind of thing. I feel like, amazingly enough, these two, look, wolves mate for life. This is almost a bit of like that twin flame soulmate vibe. This person releasing them and releasing the hurt so they could move on awakened the good stuff in this person, the parts of them that actually do mirror this lead character. You know, our lead character probably wouldn't have been attached or attracted or loved this second character if they hadn't had attributes that they recognized as something beautiful. This has propelled this individual into this incredible transformative vibe. It awakened them to say, what have I been doing? Like, I can't keep doing what I've been doing. And all of a sudden it's like the better part of themselves was awakened. The finer qualities in them, the pieces of them that do reflect the grace in our lead character. It's finally been I want to say they've been called to open their eyes and realize that they have not been living according to their true soul's purpose or their true higher self or their true the best part of themselves. They have kept locked in a tower. Something is like wide awake. Oh, I'm so excited about this whole deck and this whole story and the fact that we're giving away an eyeball today. This is a necklace, right? We get the Four of Swords in the reverse and we got the Messenger of Wands. They got the memo from the universe. They got the memo and now they've got something to say. By the way, this character is wearing this amazing suit, let me tell you. It looks like the stars and like nebula on his suit here, the whole thing, head to toe. that is my kind of suit, let me tell you. If I saw somebody wearing a suit like that, I would immediately be friends with that person just based off of their fashion sense. Like a galaxy suit, hell yeah. Sorry, that's a side note. Sometimes I get distracted by silly fun things. That Four of Swords in the reverse, somebody did the tough work. They didn't try to sit pretty and act like everything was roses. They actually did the hard work. They went through the healing process. They didn't just awaken. They also figured out what they needed to do to change, to put it into action. If they became aware that they had not been behaving well, that they had suppressed the finer parts of themselves, the parts of them that did resonate with this lead character, but they just couldn't. I don't know why I feel like this person was in conflict. Maybe they were a great human being when they were with this person, but then they would also have like a secondary behavior, like a second life almost, where they could behave in like a swindler's method, or the friends that they were with, just totally could get themselves into all kinds of trouble and things that were like, okay, wait a second, how are you honorable in one respect and then totally dishonorable in another? How do we like put those two pieces of someone together? How can they do something that is unpleasant or unkind or dishonorable, and yet they actually have this amazing trait? Well, maybe because all people have the capacity for both sides of themselves, and depending on what life they had and who they're exposed to and what level of like lack they feel in their life, if it's desperation or something, it brings up great people do terrible things all the time, and terrible people sometimes do great things. And it's like in this storyline, this character was heavily influenced by the beauty and the grace and the divine in our lead character. And our lead character suffered at their hands in some respect. Could have been lying, could have been cheating, could have been whatever. These swords went right through the rose. This was a blossoming. I do feel, because this looks like romance to me, flowers to me always represent romance. I feel like they ruined this romantic relationship with some kind of lies, some kind of deception, something there. And our lead character said, I'm going to take this as a spiritual lesson. Oh, an agonizing one in the 3D, but very powerful for me in the 5D. My spiritual self can say, this terrible experience that I had, I have to release them with love. It's a huge test for me, but I have to do that. And I also have to let myself get over the bitterness. I have to wash the slate clean so I can move forward. That was like, wow, this lead character has like truly proven themselves in a really significant spiritual test. And interestingly enough, it is that really shook this character, the one who was the betrayer. So they've done some significant healing. It almost pushed them to actually do the hard work of not being the way they were, not being dishonorable anymore, or changing whatever those qualities were that were in total dissonance. It's like it almost made them want to be better, because this character had the grace to walk away and maybe said something poignant to them. Maybe said, I release you anyway. I'm not going to harbor hard feelings. I know exactly what happened. I know exactly what you did, and I know exactly why. It's too bad that that's the path you chose, but I release you. Like, that's a vibe that I get off of this character. I release you anyway without hard feelings, because I have to let go for myself, because I'm going to always try to be better than what I've just received. It's that kind of quality. And I think that really was the best way. Instead of anger, instead of like shame on you, this person was like, oh my God, it's more like, again, they were moved by that kind of grace. So we have them at this point with a message. What kind of a message do they want to bring in, right? That Messenger of Wands, that's like the Page of Wands. But the pages are always the little messengers, right? We have an Action of Cups. There's that moon behind it. There's that sacred geometry again. There's a basket of roses. I gotta say, this person is on the cusp of coming in to say how much they've changed, to say that they love this individual, to say all the things that they have learned. It's almost like this person wants to like stand up and testify, because they've had this huge spiritual awakening, this huge spiritual moment. They really want to tell this lead character how much they love them. We have an Action of Coins. Again, with the sacred geometry, this time with the earth behind it instead of the moon. And we've got that olive branch here in the front. These are our aces, The action in this deck is our aces. Aces are personal desire. This person wants to come forward and again, because of sacred geometry, it's like all the pieces of themselves are fitting together in a different way. There's an acknowledgement. There's something divine in them that's been awakened, and they actually want the divinity in them to be awakened. Instead of pushing something away, you know how some people, let me put it this way. If a character had looked at someone and said, oh, this person's such a mark, they're such an easy ploy, maybe they were used to running game on lots of people, especially in love. Oh, yeah, I get this person to fall for me, and then I flirt with this person, and then I date that person, but none of them ever know about it. And it's like that kind of like whatever that thrill was, whatever that I'm just using it as an example. I'm not saying that's what happened, but we do have a couple of swords here, that speak of betrayal. We got 3 of them. So I'm like, well, it could have been that this person was used to living fast and loose, acting like things didn't matter. Secretly, somewhere deep down, they always hoped something would really matter, but maybe they were tarnished. Maybe they didn't believe that anyone's for real. So why should I be for real? So instead they run around and they game everybody, because they figure everybody's gaming them. Then they meet the one person on earth that doesn't game them, the one person that's trustworthy, the one person who also turns to them and says, that's what you chose. We had something like I never would have run around behind your back. I didn't play any games with you, but that's the way you choose to live. That's unfortunate, because there was something real here, but I release you, and I'm not going to be angry about it. I'm just, obviously that's not what you wanted, so we'll let this go. And I feel like that got through to them, that sunk in for this character. And only that could have sunk in. It's almost like they had to wreck something and then see the person's reaction to finally believe that this is for real, and that instead of acting like, oh, this person's an easy mark, oh, I can cheat around, I can do what I do, they realized that person actually has true strength. I'm the one who's been cheating around, messing around, because I'm the one who has a lot of learning to do. I'm the one who's been too scared to really open up, or I'm the one who's been, I don't have the backbone. I don't have the strength that this person does. They have more courage and more dignity than I have, but I thought I was, kind of playing games with them and ha ha. And it's like they got totally deflated. Whatever arrogance, whatever ego, whatever their underlying reason was for doing this, also, it's like they always wished that they would find somebody that was for real, but they really didn't think it existed. So instead, they live life in a callous way, is what I want to say. Sorry, this is like I'm diving deep on this one, but I can't help it. That's what I get off of this collection of cards here. So now that they've actually made it huge, I mean, they ruined this, right? They it's over. It's over. Our person has released them. Our lead character has released them completely and released the hurt. That's what it took. It took seeing this destroyed to then witness how our lead character would behave for them to finally believe in something. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like they had to crush it and see how somebody else believed, how somebody else behaved before they could believe somebody was for real. Then they reach into their soul. Then they get that divinity back out of them, and they start to say, no, I'm going to live like somebody who, like, what I say means something. The things I do mean something. It matters. It's a bumpy path to redemption on this one for sure. But we go from the moon to the world. This person wants a brand new beginning. This person is willing to actually, like, it's not just like, oh, I just want to say sorry to you, so maybe you'll let me be in your life again for romance. This person is like a changed individual. This is somebody who, I mean, is action of coins. This is a new life. They're going to live their entire life differently. This has been no small storyline, that's for sure. I almost want to just stop it here and just let it be, but we can't yet, because we got to just say, what is the interaction between these two, if any? I don't know. We have a Messenger of Cups in the reverse. Right now, there's nothing. Not yet. They may be thinking that they want to come in and they want to explain all of this, because we saw that Messenger of Wands. But all the things that they need to say, need to get off their chest, now is not the right time. Certainly, it's not the right time for them to come in with an offer of love. That's not going to be accepted right now, is what this looks like. This might simply be because they really still have Four of Wands. I was going to say they may have a few more fine-tuning things that they need to do. Wow, did it just get orange in here, or is it just me? And I take that card down, it won't be so orange. Okay, everybody, it's rose-colored glasses. No, this Four of Wands, I mean, this is a great card, right? This is rose-colored glasses. This is something amazing. This is beautiful. Look at that star up there at the top, kind of gracing everything. Like, finally, someone's listened to their soul purpose. Somebody is really finally ready to, create this genuine harmony. They're not coming in with a, hey, sorry, could we date all over again? When they come in, it's for, like, I am a changed individual. I am a changed individual because of you. Like, and they're going to show up different. This person's not going to show up like, not when they have this much conviction. Two aces, both of which have everything to do with, like, they're ready to, like, really pour out their heart. They're ready to really give their heart because they finally trust that they can. They're ready to genuinely have a new beginning. Now, bear in mind, if this is upsetting you, please click off. Don't watch stuff that upsets you. These are always fictional stories. I don't tell anybody anything real about their life. So if, this is not one of those stories where it's like Kate's trying to tell somebody that you need to take somebody back because they're really a great person. No, I personally, I don't tolerate abuse at all. I don't think anybody ever should. I have a very strict boundaries around harassment, abuse, all those things. Absolutely no go, no fly zone in Kate's world. This story, though, I only get to tell the story that we see on the cards. It is kind of like almost one of those like religious experiences, that's the best way for me to describe it. Somebody who's gone through like a change of heart. It has brought up the best part of them. There's a great book by Louis L'Amour. I'm going to forget the name of it right now. It's driving me crazy. But in it, there was a character who had always been, out on the range because it's all Western books. There was a character who'd been a thief, and everybody knew it. But then at one point in time, there's this huge blizzard, and he's the one who knows the paths the best, and so he's the one who's charged with going for help, and he actually does, and he saves the whole group of people because they're able to help everyone get safely back from the blizzard. And he changes after that because he said it felt better to be a hero than a thief. He didn't know that he was used to being on the outside of society, stealing from people, thinking, well, I don't fit in anyway, so I may as well do this, and then I always one up everybody. And then when he was so accepted and kind of exalted and looked at as like a hero, he was like, well, it feels so much better to be a hero, that he changes because like there's an acceptance, and he liked himself better. And that's kind of like, I thought that was an interesting character, and I thought that was a great line out of that book, So sorry, I can't think of the name of it right now, but I'll try to look it up. I've read a lot of Louis L'Amour, so I may not. It might take me a few days to find it. Put it in the comments if you guys know which one I'm talking about. But we have this. By the way, that was not a lead character. It was just something that stood out to me in that story. This particular King of Swords here. This could be the individual we've been talking about. You notice how he has these dark angel wings. This is our fallen angel. This is our anti-hero. This is our person. They have the sun behind them, but they still have those, sooty, tarnished wings. But this is in the upright. This is a king who maybe figured out how to be a king only after going through the ugliest parts of themselves, breaking hearts, doing things that they're not proud of, having a past. But they do come out as someone who becomes a better version of themselves. He's all tatted up. This person has a long life story. This could have been a bad boy. This could have been someone who was callous, like I said, broke hearts, didn't matter. And then it matters. It's like they were always hoping to find something that they would believe in. It's kind of a powerful story. But as always, it is just a story. I'm always rooting for characters to become their best selves, no matter what. So I liked it for that purpose. You guys take care. Thank you for being with me. Thank you so much for giving this video a thumbs up, if indeed you did enjoy it. Thank you so much for being a subscriber to my channel, to hit the subscription button, the thumbs up button. Those things are free, but it does help my free channel continue to be here. So thank you guys very much for choosing to visit and hang out with me. I really am delighted to have such a wonderful community of people here. I love your guys' messages. I love the vibes that you have and how nice you are to each other. Like I couldn't be more grateful for such a great group of people. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bye, guys.